Tonight we have part 1 of a First News special report, sharing the story of a woman who is going through both the best and the worst time in her life. In September 2012, Adrienne and Dean Toth were living in their first home together in Sharon, Pennsylvania, getting ready to celebrate their first anniversary and looking forward to a family.
We kind of had a plan, and then we were so excited to be pregnant. They said the baby was measuring exactly 7 weeks, 3 days.
It was an exciting day, but Adrienne's doctor had more news to deliver.
He sat me and my husband down and kind of said, you know, it is malignant cancer.
Adrienne has stage 3 triple-negative breast cancer.
If I wasn't pregnant, if I hadn't gone to my first ultrasound, I would have never thought it was cancer, because who at 30 thinks, oh yeah, you know, this is a lump, it's probably cancer, you know. And it probably happened within 5 months, probably started and then grew, and most cancers are 5 years.
The challenge with triple-negative breast cancer is those cancers have always been exceedingly aggressive.
Not only is Adrienne's particular type of cancer aggressive, it's also hereditary, known as a BRCA mutation.
So when women have a BRCA mutation, their risk of a breast cancer is anywhere from 50 to 80%, so it's very, very high.
That means Adrienne's family members, like her young niece, may have the gene too. Some have already decided to get tested. Learning she has this gene was one of many difficult moments for Adrienne and her husband, but they have both found ways to keep looking ahead.
She's made it easier on everybody, being smiling, she always has a smile on her face.
I'm embracing the good, and I try not to think about the bad. I'm pregnant, so some days I wake up and I cry because my head is cold and pale, and I'm afraid to put on eye makeup because I don't want to have to wash my eyes, because I don't want to, like, you know, wash away my eyelashes and eyebrows.
She does have a constant reminder of what she's fighting for, and it nudges her all day long. At a special gender reveal party, a blue cake filling let the Toths know they're having a little boy.
He has no idea, like, the impact he's had already, not even coming into the world, you know? He's gonna come into this world and I'm just gonna, oh God, he's gonna hate me, because I'm gonna be like, he's my angel, you know? He's like the one thing that just made it all better. His name is Kellen Dean Toth. So, yeah, that's our tough guy.
A tough little guy with a very tough mom, facing the hardest fight of her life. Tonight is part 2 of this special report on Adrienne and Dean Toth.
It's so funny because you'll go through the chemo checklist and they'll say, are you fatigued? Are you nauseous? Are you, I mean, it's just, and I'm like, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant.
Adrienne and Dean Toth are expecting their first child. She is also fighting stage 3 breast cancer. Every week they drive to Pittsburgh for Adrienne's treatments at McGee Women's Hospital.
That's off and running there.
Oh gosh, now I'm nervous. How long does it normally take?
Chemotherapy affects rapidly dividing cells, and if you have cancer, the most rapidly dividing cells you have are the tumor, but if you're pregnant, the other rapidly dividing cells you have are the fetus.
That's why Adrienne's oncologist delayed chemo until her 2nd trimester, when the baby's cells are no longer rapidly dividing. She will go for treatments up until a few weeks before her due date.
Can I have a drink again? Thanks. I don't care. My mouth is just, the cotton mouth is the worst part.
One of the challenges of chemo for Adrienne is relying on help for what used to be simple tasks.
But when we go to the grocery store, I can't touch anything on the shelves. Like, he has to pick everything off the shelf and put it in the buggy, and then he, you know, it's like I can be there and I can do those things, but I can't do those things.
Even more difficult to accept is this reality. Because of her cancer and treatment, Adrienne won't be able to have any more children.
I don't know, that was the hardest part. It wasn't that I would have to get the hysterectomy or have to have another surgery, or it was the fact that, okay, Kellen's it. Like, this is the only child we're gonna have, and and this is the only time I'm gonna enjoy pregnancy, is being on chemo. I mean, I go to more doctor's appointments for my chemo than I do for my child, so, you know, it's just that constant, you have cancer, you have cancer, you have cancer. Oh, you're pregnant too, you have cancer, you know, it just.
Sometimes Adrienne and Dean are here all day for treatments. It's long and tiring, but a growing baby serves as a welcome distraction.
Oh my gosh, this has to be his head. Look how much it sticks out. Look at one side compared to the other. Oh my gosh, Dean, feel it. Like, don't feel it heavy, but like, has to be a head, right? Oh my gosh, I just want to go to my appointment so that they can tell me how he's doing.
At her OBGYN's office in Austintown, Ohio, the appointment starts off with good news.
Your blood pressure is great, you know, and your weight is fantastic. Everything just looks perfect.
Look at the little heartbeat. My little man.
At 23 weeks and 2 days, baby Toth is right where he's supposed to be. But what no doctor can measure is the hope he has already given his mom and dad. Although ultrasounds show Adrienne's tumor is shrinking, there's no way to tell exactly how effective the chemo has been so far. Her doctors can't do any of the typical scans on her until after the baby comes, so it's a waiting and hoping game. She will have to undergo a double mastectomy after she delivers. She's due sometime in May, and we will continue to follow her progress.